This used to be a clean block. It used to be beautiful. Drugs moved in, replaced the good with the bad. You can see the houses are basically boarded up. It's not a neighborhood like it used to be anymore at all.
This is West Baltimore, the area made famous in the hit TV show The Wire. But there's a different drama on these streets, striking a powerful blow to homeowners in an already struggling community. Some people here who've owned their homes for decades are losing them over small debts owed to the city.
Well, my name is Vicki Valentine, and we're sitting in it used to be my bedroom. Tomorrow, we are supposed to be out of this house because of foreclosure eviction. The sheriff's supposed to come and, I guess, lock it up or whatever. 30 years of stuff. I tried to get a lot of our mementos, what I could get. But still, there's so many things which are not going to be able to be gotten by tomorrow.
Foreclosures are common in Baltimore, but there's something surprising about Vicki Valentine's.
There was no mortgage at all. Not any. My dad paid the house off a long time ago.
Valentine is losing her home over what started as a $362 unpaid water bill. She said she fell behind on her bills when she quit her job as a mental health specialist to take care of her father, who had Alzheimer's.
About a year and a half ago, I was really surprised when I was actually sent a letter telling me how much the house had been sold at auction.
According to a certificate from Baltimore City, Valentine's unpaid water bills and property taxes totaled $710 when they were sold to investors in what's known as a tax lien auction. Instead of collecting debts themselves, Baltimore City tax collectors sell the right to collect overdue bills and taxes to third-party investors. The city gets their money up front, and investors get the right to charge homeowners fees and interest. Since Valentine's bills were first sold in 2006, her debt has jumped from $700 to $3,600. And since she doesn't have the money to pay, the investors are taking her home.
Do you have any idea who's taking your home?
I think it's Sunrise Real Estate or something like that.
That's Sunrise Atlantic, an arm of Bank Atlantic, a bank based hundreds of miles away in southern Florida. They have since transferred Valentine's lien to another investor. It's a select group of banks and major brokerage houses that have gotten into the tax lien game. And in the recession, business is booming. Cities across the country are fighting budget deficits, at the same time that more people are falling behind on their bills. According to the National Tax Lien Association, the market for tax liens doubled last year, meaning stories like Valentine's could become more common.
Why are you putting everything in storage right now? Is there anywhere else you could put it?
No, it's not. I don't have anywhere else to go. This is crazy. Public storage closes up at 6. It is now 5:19 p.m. No way that they're going to make it there on time. And after tonight, whatever's in here belongs to another. This is it.
In Baltimore, it's the job of the sheriff's office to make sure that homeowners are out of their homes by eviction day. And these days, they're busier than ever.
There are a lot of foreclosures. When I first started, I may have had 1 or 2 for the day, and that would have been it. But now it's like maybe 4 a day.
Every morning, Carol Canty picks up a stack of papers. On them are the names of people she will be evicting that day. There are 3 names today. All of them are tax lien foreclosures.
The tax lien properties, we may get 4 or 5 a week. I think that's a pretty significant amount.
At the first house, Canty meets a representative for the tax lien holder. She checks the house to make sure the residents have left.
Sheriff's office.
In the window, there's a sign for Blue Star Realty, a company that works with the tax lien investor.
As you saw, these people were still here. It's your property. I just need you to sign off on a lot of things for me. Once they sign off, it's their property. Sometimes people have weapons inside of the home. There are times that they go very bad. One where the gentleman actually committed suicide. So it happens.
At the second house, the residents have already moved out. The doors are locked. It doesn't take long for the investor's representative to bust in the door.
Okay.
And change the locks.
They told me.
Yeah.
Vicki Valentine is the last name on the sheriff's list for the day. Ready or not, Valentine is going to have to leave.
15, I believe it is.
The lady's in there. She's packing up a little bit of her personal items. They're trying to get out as much as they can.
It's you again. How come it's always you on these? Hi, how are you?
I've been better.
I'm the deputy who's doing the foreclosure. You definitely have somewhere to go, correct?
Not really.
Have you contacted any social services?
Well, now I'm trying to find something.
Okay.
Demetrian, come on!
Okay, now they're actually working it out where you have to call them to come back to get those things.
Demetrian, you got to go. The sheriff is here.
Hey, whatever you have, you need to come down the steps now. As soon as he comes down, we're gonna get everybody out. Okay, you wanna grab that real quick?
I'm gonna walk up to the car and grab the locks real quick. And
Now, I just need you to move off the steps for me so we can do what we need to do here. Nobody's coming back in right now, so let's not do anything silly, okay? I can't have you come back in the house, all right?
Sorry, one thing. See, he don't have those his clothes. He's right here on my other son's clothes. He don't have anything else to put on.
Grab these 2 bags right here, the Foot Locker one and that one right there. That way you have clothes to put on.
Outside.
Pretty busy these days?
yes, I don't like putting people out of their homes, but I gotta pay my bills just like everybody else. And when you don't, stuff like this happens. Nowadays, you just gotta be thankful that you got a job if you're actually working anymore. Before I came to here, I was building cabinets and got laid off from that because of, times and nobody buying stuff anymore. Right here.
Print name and title, then your signature. Everything's legit, so.
Okay.
Okay. It's kind of hard to lose your house for $300. It's every day. No one wants to see anyone lose their home. I think if you're human, you don't want that to happen to anyone, but it does happen a lot more these days.
According to the most recent census estimates, there are tens of thousands of vacant homes in Baltimore. And 3 months after the eviction, Vicki Valentine's home sits empty as well.
We're still displaced as of now. I'm still looking for, actually for somewhere else for us to live at. There's a relative, which was, which has taken us in, for a second, but sad to say that's not going to be anything permanent because we're not supposed to be there.
Valentine is not the first person to lose their home over a water bill in Baltimore. In fact, it's been happening for years. But when Maryland lawmakers tried to pass a law to keep water bills out of the auctions, the Baltimore city government fought and helped defeat the legislation. We wanted to ask why, but the mayor's office refused multiple requests to speak on camera with the Investigative Fund. So we attended a public groundbreaking ceremony where the mayor was speaking to ask if she thought the city should include water bills in future tax sales.
Mayor, we're doing a story about how water bills, people are being thrown out of their homes because of water bills.
The mayor is
Are you
not
worried
doing
that
any
people are being
interviews?
thrown out of their homes
Excuse me,
because of
sir.
water bills, Mayor?
Though the mayor refused to talk, the president of the Baltimore City Council was on hand.
And I was one of those that really felt very strongly that the water bill should not be a criteria for seniors as well to lose their homes.
So you would support not putting water bills into the tax lien sale?
Absolutely.
It is beyond tragic that this poor woman lost her home over a $500 tax lien.
David Vladeck heads the Consumer Protection Department for the Federal Trade Commission. Although he said he could not speak for his agency, he worries that stories like Valentine's could become more common across the country as the recession drags on.
The inventory of tax sale property is going to increase. People are not paying their taxes, and localities very much want to seize the property so they can liquidate it and get paid.
No one wants to be set outside. To have us outside in the streets is pretty scary for me, but I'm going to keep on trying. But it just shouldn't be this way, though. It really shouldn't.